101,654 people. They all live their lives socially or isolated in 909.1 kilometers square of land. They depend on it, count heavily on it, and yet manage to stay unaware of the very surroundings they are in. We talk about the administrative head of a district in Punjab, India, the princely state of Kapurthala. Located slightly in north of the middle Punjab, Kapurthala is unique in more than just one way. It has the characteristic cuisine of the Punjab with its own unique elements added to it. It witnesses the minimal communal riots in Punjab and maintains communal harmony in all phases. But most of all, Kapurthala is known for the majestic structures spread all across its terrain. Built with a lot of labor, planning, and a personal taste for exclusivity by various Maharajas of Kapurthala, these monuments of architectural wonder are a crown for the city with jewels unmatched. Most of these monuments are an aesthetic mix of the Indian elements to the French and Indo-Saracenic architecture. For this reason, the city of Kapurthala is called as the Paris of India. Founded in the 11th century by Rana Kanpur of Jaisalmer, Rajasthan, Kapurthala has been a witness to many great rulers. These rulers belonged to the Ahluwalia dynasty of the village Ahluwal near Lahore. From the rule of Jassa Singh Ahluwalia in 1777 to Jagatjit Singh Ahluwalia in 1911, various developments came to be. Among all these changes, Kapurthala got its own unique elements added to its heritage due to the constructional work undertaken by the Maharaja of Kapurthala in his reign. Maharaja Jagatjit Singh is known to have made 90% of the monuments that beautify Kapurthala today. Kapurthala is mainly famous for the wonderful palace of Maharaja Jagatjit Singh and the LC Palace made by Kanwar Bikram Singh in 1846. The Jagatjit Palace of Kapurthala is nowadays running a very esteemed school by the name of Sainik School, as it is under the care of the military of India. On the other hand, the LEC Palace is also being used as an esteemed school in Kapurthala by the name Amjian Public School. The LEC Palace has been well preserved as it is being administered by the management of the school in a very careful and respected manner. The walls of LEC Palace are still gleaming white and it stands firm and strong. Another strong marvel can be seen on the cool road of Kapurthala, conveniently near the Sainik School. It is the Jagatjit Club. It is a brilliant example of the Greek architecture which tells us about the diversity of architectural tastes of the Maharaja. However, there is a whole lot hidden in this beautiful city in Punjab. Things that do not come to one's notice in a single look. Things that cannot be searched on the internet for what they are worth. Things that have gone unnoticed with time and have lost a lot that could have been saved. We talk about those marvels that now rot in ignorance. This is the falling Paris of India. Everyone is busy with a mind full of doubts of the things they have to do today. The atmosphere is noisy and every person has his to-do list. In this chaos, they have forgotten the very basis of human progress. That is why their heritage is losing value as they are becoming more and more inclined to self-needs. As we go further into the Sadar Bazaar of Kapurthala, we come to a very disturbing visual. This is what remains of once home to the fourth Raja or king of Kapurthala, Raja Nihal Singh Ahluwalia. It was made in the year 1840 by Raja Nihal Singh. The Nihal Palace, popularly called as the Jalao Khana, cannot even be spotted anymore. One can only see the remains of the spectacular palace of the Raja. Two walls with modern doors of magnificent artwork. The bricks are barely holding on, and the building has cracks all over it. As magnificent as it looks in its tattered state, one can only imagine its grandeur in the days of glory. It's a pity how the palace of a Maharaja is preserved so well and how other rots without care. We are outside another one of those splendid monuments that catches our heart in Kapurthala. This is Kapurthala's old coach and is popularly called by all as Kacheri. Built by Maharaja Jagatjit Singh as his court to address his people's needs and woes, it is an exemplary specimen of the Indo-Saracenic architecture by Jos Elmore. The Kacheri also witnessed various celebrations like the Maharaja's birthday and other state rituals. His construction was started in 1882 and was complete by 1890. In 1947, the building became government property and was converted to a court complex. Soon after, due to the lack of consideration by the government for its care and maintenance, the building had to be declared unsafe and the court offices were shifted to a new location. Currently, its restoration is being carried out as an attempt to save this beautiful piece of architecture. Yet, the damage done is significant and leaves no chance of preservation. The only option left is to recreate these elements, which is a blow to the heritage value and would lead hugely to the modernization of this brilliantly built marvel. A few minutes' walk from the Kacheri takes us to the ruins of another marvel whose glory can now only be estimated by what remains of it. This building is where Maharaja Jagatjit Singh spent his formal years. It is the Gol Koti of Kapurthala. The building is all damaged and parts of its roof have fallen off. Grass has grown on every part of it, and thick vegetation is all one notices, along with the blackening of walls and thick cracks that run all over the building. Even what remains is barely holding on to itself. The building is abandoned and left just to be history not worth mentioning. After all, nothing is left to preserve, and hence nothing worth mentioning. Or is there? Though the snakes and many other creatures enjoy it nowadays as their new home. At the heart of the city market is another marvel of Kapurthala. The Shahi Samaj are tribute to the former rulers and their family members. Square marble pillars enclosed in red sandstone chambers of beautiful engravings and designs depict the traditions of the ruling dynasty. Nearby, on a heavy marble base, grand structures were constructed in 1880 that housed the Samaj of Maharaja Kharak Singh, Jagatjit Singh and Paramjit Singh. Nowadays, the Shalimar Garden is open for all and people of the city enjoy their free time in the Shalimar Gardens. It is a common place for an evening walk in the city. Only a few still wonder the beauty that these Samaj hold and preserve. The deterioration of the Samaj is evident when given a look, as the paint is scraping off the walls of the Samaj. The algae is growing on it. Parts of certain windows of beautiful engravings are broken. When we talk to a person nearby the Samaj, He told us that it was only once a year that the present royal family visited these samaj. It was only at that time that these samaj would be cleaned. Even he had no idea about the other significant monuments in his city. It was a shock to know that, a great loss. A fact about the rule of Maharaja Jagatjit Singh was his belief in all religions being equal. In the consequence of his notion of sovereignty, he got built splendid marvels for Hindus, Sikhs, and Muslims alike. The Moorish Mosque, State Gurdwara, and the Panch Mandir adorn the face of Kapurthala. They are taken care of and have been well preserved, with the exception of the Moorish Mosque, as the tall minars of this building had gone under a lot of deterioration due to the changing weather and pollution present in the city.
ये मस्जिद वतरज मुराकस व हुक्म वाला हजरत महाराजा जगजीत सिंह बहादुर जी ने मस्जिद बनवाई है। इस मस्जिद का संगे बुनियाद सन 1926 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ। सन 1930 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਿਆਰ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ। ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਉਰੇ नमाज अदा हुई है, उरे 1 ਲੱਖ ਬੰਦੇ ने नमाज अदा की है। और महाराजा जगजीत सिंह साहब बहादुर जी ने स्टेट गुरुद्वारा भी बनाया, 5 बुर्जा मंदिर भी बनाया, यानी कि सारे धर्मों को बना के दी गई है। और इस मस्जिद के उपर उस टाइम के 4 ਲੱਖ रुपया लग्या है। और महाराजा जगजीत सिंह साहब जी ने ये मुराकशों इसका नक्शा लेके आए थे, जो ये मस्जिद एक मुराकश बनी हुई है, एक अपने कपूरथला दे विच बनी हुई है।
On the outskirts of Kapurthala is the Mazar of Mir Nasir Ahmed. A mazar is a tomb, and this tomb stands amidst dense foliage. The ground is being used as a graveyard nowadays. Mir Nasir Ahmed was a descendant of Mia Tansen, the most eminent classical vocalist of India that performed in Akbar's court or darbar. Mir Nasir Ahmed started the Kapurthala school or gharana of music. The mazar is a tribute to him. The mazar has been totally neglected over time and is now a prey to deterioration. Tall grass grows all around it and many parts of it have fallen. It is not wrong to say that as the commercial value of the classical music has gone down over the years, the government is least interested in the preservation of such aspects of our heritage. This is an awful loss, as this leads to the breakage in the links that connects us to such elements of our rare arts that help musicologists all around the world know about our tradition and its worth. Just opposite the Panch Mandir in Kapurthala is a grand tower built in 1901. This tower is known as the Ghanta Ghar or simply the Clock Tower. It is an aesthetic reminder of the city's royal past. A strange tale connects it to its creator, Maharaja Jagatjit Singh. It is of the fact that the clock stopped chiming in 1947, the same year when Maharaja Jagatjit Singh took his last breath. Now, it is hardly even noticed by anyone passing by. Garbage dumpsters lie all around it, and the building itself is in a pitiful state. A glorious monument to remember is losing itself amidst the ignorant crowd. Moving on a scarier note, we come to the Bhoot Bangla of Kapurthala. This building got its name from a movie directed by Mahmood in 1965 of the same name. The very aura one feels in its presence is of absolute fear. This grand, beautiful monument used to be the army headquarters before the partition of India. Today, although most parts of its first floor have been declared unsafe, the building is still used as an office for the home guard. After prolonged darkness, a ray of light appears as the renovational work for some of these monuments have been undertaken with the help of the loan from Asia Development Bank. But the question still remains: will the restoration restore the buildings to their former glory, or will their heritage value be totally lost? Though it is a fact, the ones in ruins are lost forever.